Note that although the markets were up positive today, the type of formation created, that's a shooting star signal, as the stochastic were showing the markets were in the overbought condition. But also notice how they came up through a resistance level, the 50-day moving average, that everybody else was obviously have on their charts. This is not unusual to see once you breach a resistance level, they come back and test it to see if it's going to act as support. The same analysis can be applied to the S&P 500. Also, a strong bullish signal, spinning top gap up, starting the uptrend. Came up through the resistance level, kind of hit another technical area and did a shooting star. It wouldn't be unusual to see some profit taking, bringing the price move or the trend movement back down to test the 50. However, this becomes a very powerful buy signal. If they come down to the 50 and bounce, that tells you exactly what's happening in investor sentiment. Profit taking, bouncing at the 50 provides confidence that the uptrend is still in progress. And note that the NASDAQ stretched to get up to the 50-day moving average and then closed below it as a shooting star. So this also creates the opportunity to do a bobble situation, meaning it consolidates back to the T line, and then if it comes back up through the 50-day moving average, doing a bobble breakout, which is a more defined J-hook pattern, you can buy aggressively. Another sign of bullish confidence is the big stocks like Amazon trading up big today and closing above the 50, not doing any indecisive uh, formation today. As long as Amazon, Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, all the biggies are trading positive, it's a good illustration that the overall investor sentiment is back to positive and there isn't any indecisive or selling sentiment coming into the market just yet. Tesla up another 8 points today, filling this gap, making this gap a likely target, and making this gap a likely target, which also coincides with the 50-day moving average. Currently, as long as these major stocks or the major traders are trading above the T line, it has to be assumed the uptrend is still in progress. Knowing the direction of the overall market puts us in situations where we can see where wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, for example, in our MRVL recommendation. Notice the flutter kicker type setup where they gapped up as a doji above the previous day's open. Doji, 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 and then bullish confirmation. Just a lot of dojis in what would normally be a bullish flutter kicker, but giving us a strong evidence that this wave right here is in progress, could be the same magnitude as this wave right here. And our recommendation on X-ray was based upon just identifying this little simple scoop pattern, telling us that our next move could probably be up in this area. Knowing which direction a price movement will go provides the opportunity to either be buying the stock and or adding call positions that are going to have a high probability of profitability. But adding the analysis of the overall market with the analysis of individual stocks that are producing very strong bullish signals, such as our recommendation on CPRT, which was based upon the kicker signal, and then with the market starting to head up, even when the market was heading down, the kicker signal held the price, and when the market headed back up, it improved that price. So just being able to identify where there's lots of strength coming into a price trend, it's going to be additionally helped by the overall trend of the market. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.